Today we're going to show you how to put Christmas lights on a palm tree as well as an oak tree. All right, folks, here we are. Looking oh so nice. Beautiful. Welcome to our channel, Paradise Lights. We are an outdoor lighting company here in Naples, Florida. Today I'm going to show you how to put Christmas lights on a palm tree, because we have palm trees in Florida. But we're also going to show you how to put lights on an oak tree because there's oak trees everywhere. But when you're doing this, a lot of times people don't know how to do it. So I'm going to show you how a professional would do it. It's definitely something you could do on your own. But at the end of the video, you may determine that you want to try and hire a professional because of the amount of equipment or material. And we're going to put you in the best position possible to make that decision and make your trees look awesome this holiday season. All right, so the first things you're going to need are obviously your lights, whatever color, whatever style that you want. You're going to need a stapler, and then you're also going to need what we like is a plastic coated staples. You don't have to use these. You can use regular staples, but I'm trying to save you off learning the hard way that regular staples will puncture the wire sometimes, and then when it rains or snows, it will cut out your lights and they won't work and you'll be really frustrated. And it's actually kind of hard to diagnose. So plastic coated staples, just trust me. So we've got power already ran to the tree, and we highly recommend running power to the tree first and plugging in the lights as you go. That way, if you encounter a problem or a light strand's not working, you find that out before you get it all the way up the tree and find out that you got a bad strand in the middle and you got to take them all down and redo it. So we've already ran power to the set of lights here. We are using coaxial style lights, which is just kind of a fancy waterproof way to plug these in. And what makes them different than regular lights is that they screw on like this, which makes them really water protectant here. We've started over here. So what you want to start with is getting a staple put in here safely at the bottom, tapping it in with a hammer so that you got a good secure footing there. And then you're going to start to decide how big you want your spacing to be, and that's subject to whatever you want. We like to go with what we call a tall hand. So a tall hand is spacing about like that, which makes it quick and easy. And Elixir here is going to kind of take it from there. And it's an easy way for you to kind of have a gauge, be able to do it quickly. You want to make sure that as you're doing this, that you're pulling it tight. That's the key, is making sure that you've got a good tight connection. As you continue to go around, about every 3 or 4 rotations, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find a safe spot in between the wire, put your staple, tap it with a hammer, and continue all the way up the tree. That's, really it. There's not a lot of, there's not a lot of really technical stuff to get into at that point. Can get me, oh, the plastic staples are so much better, aren't they? So what are we deciding on these? Did we decide on how we're going to join these? Are we going to join them up here like we talked about so that these things are hanging off? So now that we're getting ready to put on our second strand, we've got the end of one and the beginning of another. What we like to do, if you were to just plug this in, you can see how much spacing there is between lights, which when you put that on a tree, it ends up looking like a light is out. So what we like to do is we like to take the lights here at the fuse and we just like to wrap them around one time. Then we plug them in like that. We will tighten them up with our coaxial. If you have just regular lights that you get at Home Depot or anything like that, you would just plug the male and the female in and go about it just like this. This is just a different style. And then we're going to continue with that tall hand. And we're going to repeat that process every time we come to a light joint. And we're getting ready to get our ladder out here. Another great tip as you start going up the tree, especially if you're doing this by yourself, is to get down every so often. Get back about 4 or 5 feet, look at the tree, make sure that everything looks good. If you need to make any adjustments, now's the time to do it. You don't want to find out that you got a huge gap when your lights are all the way up at the top, and then at that point you can't fix it without, unfortunately, taking the lights all back down. And trust me, again, that ain't fun. All right, so now that we finished the palm tree, I wanted to show you how to wrap a different style of tree. This is an oak tree. These are actually some of my favorites to do. They just look really, really cool at night. And there are a lot of the same similar steps that you're gonna get in a palm tree, but there's also some different little tricks and also some more difficulties that you have to take into account. I'm gonna show you what to do. So we've ran power over here. So I'm gonna start off with making sure that my lights are working. Go ahead and plug them in. Get them started. Again, if you're just using a regular male and female style light, then you're just going to plug it in. No different. I like to find a spot on the back side of a tree that's not going to be visible. We're going to start with making sure that you don't get a connection there. On oak trees, we like to actually keep them a little bit tighter. So instead of doing a tall hand, we're actually going to go about like that. And so what we'll do is we'll get it started on the first one, and we'll keep that at about 4 or 5 inches, continuing to keep it tight up the trunk like so, kind of checking every so often. A lot of times if you have a partner, it's actually easier. They can check the back side of the tree, you can check your side, and that helps keep it pretty all the way around the tree. Just like this. Now, here's where you start getting into, this would be a rather tricky style tree. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually, since we know we're gonna have to, we're gonna have to pick a branch that we want to start with. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick, and it doesn't matter which one, it kind of just depends on where the tree lies. Yeah, let me connect that hammer. Thank you. This is a kind of a tricky one, isn't it? At first, we get this. Okay. Maybe around. What we've got is sometimes when you have multiple branches all coming in here, like I said, we're using what's called a coaxial. So we have a lot of different attachments. These style of lights are not something that you're going to be able to find at Home Depot. This is something you're going to have to contact me or look online. You might be able to find some stores that can sell it, but this is not something that you can get at Home Depot. And basically this is just like a 3-way connector. So if you're using male and female, you know, you can plug them all in the middle here, but you want to get them in here in the middle where you can get a light going up each branch, but it all starts right here. So what we did is we wrapped the trunk until we got to a point where we could also take our connections and start running up the trees. So from this point on, we'll start individually wrapping this trunk, and this trunk will go up here and we'll go out there. So you guys wanna all get one? I'll take this one. Alberto can take this one or whatever, and Elixon can. I'm thinking we'll get up to here and we'll do another 4-way and we'll go up, you know. I'll take this one. Yeah, you guys can go ahead and wrap though. I was just thinking it'll be faster if each one of us just goes. So we're gonna make sure that we're all gonna take a branch, but we're all gonna try and keep that equal spacing, which is about 4 to 5 inches. Again, this is subject to whatever you want. If you wanna go bigger spacing, you can, but we just have found that that 4-inch spacing really makes these trees look impressive. Can I see that, Elixir? One thing I will say about these oak trees, they don't require as many staples. They just tend to stay up there a little better. Again, you have to continue to make sure that you're keeping them tight though. Pulling them, like, you don't want to pull them so tight that you're busting the light, but you want to make sure that there's not much, if you can see that, like there's not much space in between there. It's pretty tight. Trees will tend to expand and shrink depending on your climate. Here in Florida it's really humid, but these trees will kind of swell, so it's important to have staples every so often in case they slip. It's easier to repair them, but you don't have to redo the whole tree, but you can just go fix a couple strands. So every 4 or 5 wraps we will we'll put a staple and we'll go from there. Let me go get something to cut that with. Yeah, I'll go get something to cut that real quick, Alberto. Sometimes you will find some old debris, like for whatever reason, this was on here, you want to find it. Sometimes you may also have to clear some of the branches. Little twigs like this, always good to get removed off of there so that you have a good clean surface. And then on these oaks, it really just depends on how far up. A lot of times what we'll do is we'll take them up until you start getting to like a lot of heavy branches, and that's where we'll stop them. And then at night, you can't see up past the branches anyway, so it really illuminates the trunks. Really makes them look awesome. I'm gonna enjoy this from the backyard tonight, and yeah. So if you're considering doing your own tree and you're kind of wondering, a palm tree versus obviously a tree with more branches is going to take a little bit longer. So if you're trying to do something like this and you're trying to decide how long is it going to take, how many people, one person can do this, obviously that's going to take a longer. If you have another person helping you, or maybe 3 people like we've got, you could probably do a tree like this in 10 to 15 minutes. If you're doing it by yourself, I would factor probably around 30 to do something like this, depending you have all the material. It's not something that you have to hurry on, but it is definitely something that you can do a few of these in a day and get it done in a decent amount of time. thank you for watching today's video. I hope you learned something. Hope you, if you're like me, you just love Christmas lights. If you want to subscribe to the channel, we'll be continuing to put more tips and tricks on how to put up Christmas lights that can help you. So make sure to like, subscribe, share, do the bell, you know the deal. But it's really good about getting back to them. I want to help people. I love putting up Christmas lights. Obviously, I can't put up Christmas lights for everybody, so I'm more than willing to give any tips, tricks, anything that can help you make your design be the talk of the block.